Whoever wins tomorrow night's game versus the Red Sox puts them that much closer to winning the World Series. The Red Sox haven't won a World Series since 2007. At the Green Monster here in Fenway, I'm Chad Boyle, WEBN News. Remember the game of soccer? A pastime spent kicking the ball around with elementary school friends? Kristen Lilly is a Boston Breakers midfielder and an Olympic gold medalist. When she was 6, she started playing soccer with her brother. Now she loves being a role model for young girls.
It's great. It's a great opportunity to be a role model for them to see that they one day could do this if they wanted to. It's something that I've grown to love.
Boston Breakers goalie Ashley Phillips says young girls can look up to the Boston Breakers as role models to get fit and stay active. She says it's important for young girls to be able to balance junk food with being able to run around outside.
I think activity is huge. I mean, if they're going to eat the junk food but still, run around and have fun, the junk food's not going to affect them as much. Obviously, we don't want them to either, But if we can get young kids out, soccer especially, it's so much running, but it's fun. They're chasing a ball.
Lilly says computers and video games are keeping kids indoors and away from staying fit.
There is an obesity issue, so it's very important for kids to get outside. With all the video games and computers now, I think they spend a lot more time inside. So to get outside at least a half hour to an hour a day, exercising, I think is extremely important.
Next weekend, the Boston Breakers will be playing the St. Louis Athletica, and the following weekend will be another home game versus the Chicago Red Stars. At Harvard, I'm Chad Boyle, WEBN News. The social network is based on the inception of Facebook, which took place right here on Harvard's campus. In 2003, the socially awkward Mark Zuckerberg founded the site, and he is now the world's fastest self-made billionaire. I'm Chad Boyle, and this is a WEBN News Update. Britain's royal family has a new princess. After months of media speculation, Prince William confirmed his engagement to Kate Middleton. The couple publicly appeared for the first time after their engagement. They dated for 8 years. During that time, they had broken up twice. 3 weeks ago in Africa, the prince proposed to Kate with his mother's engagement ring. Princess Diana's blue sapphire is surrounded by diamonds. The prince says it's his way of keeping his mother a part of the occasion. Representatives from St. James Palace have stressed that the couple will be very involved in the organizing and planning of the event. Both Queen Elizabeth and her husband, Prince Philip, have expressed their enthusiasm and relief over the news, saying they are absolutely delighted for them both. The wedding is scheduled for next spring or summer in London. Dancing with the Stars has announced the 3 contestants moving to the finals. After Monday's perfect score of 30 points, singer-songwriter Brandy was eliminated. The shock of this season's underdog, Bristol Palin, winning over Brandy was seen on the faces of both the judges and other dancers. Judge Bruno Tonioli said he was shocked at the results, saying, "I'm so disappointed." Next week, Jennifer Grey, Kyle Massey, and Bristol Palin will compete for the prize. Reality TV producer Bruce Beresford Redman has gotten his own reality check in court. The producer of the hit reality show Survivor is suspected of killing his wife in Mexico. This week, he will appear for the first hearing in a Los Angeles court. Reports state several hotel workers and guests either saw or heard Beresford Redman and his wife fighting. Later, Monica Beresford Redman's body was found in a sewer near the couple's room. Beresford Redman's attorney says he is pleading not guilty. Earlier this week, the science guy Bill Nye had a bizarre health scare while giving a speech. Bill Nye was host of the Emmy-winning 90s television show, Bill Nye, the Science Guy. He collapsed on stage while giving a presentation. The 54-year-old actor almost fainted in front of hundreds of people gathered at the University of Southern California. Paramedics were dispatched to the USC after he regained consciousness. He told audience members that it had happened to him earlier that same day. I'm Chad Boyle, and thanks for watching this WEBN News Update.
Bundle up stuff in every once a week, we'll go to a common spot and we'll have dug up some things of our garden that we needed to get rid of, to make space for the new stuff, and we trade. And it's great. It doesn't cost you anything.
Carla Skinder says the exhibits at the Boston Flower and Garden Show give her inspiration for what she can do to her own garden. In times of recession, she trades plants with friends from garden to garden. Saturday's Boston Flower and Garden Show featured a bevy of flowers and plants from all over New England. Landscaping is a billion-dollar-a-year industry in New England alone. Landscaper Eddie Jamison has noticed people are spending more money in their backyards.
We see in recessions that the landscape business usually does pretty good because people stay home and they start spending money in their yard because they can't afford to, take the big vacation.
From bonsais to bathtubs, this flower show was quite the spectacle. Landscaper Bridget Cahill says in times of recession, the garden is a place where you can be happy and have fun.
I think more of us have to spend time using what we have, enjoying what we have, to include the gardens, and that's a happy, fun thing. And you don't have to know what you're doing to be able to establish and work a garden of your own.
The show will be running through Sunday, but for all you gardening fanatics out there, head down to Rhode Island. The Newport Flower Show will be taking place at the end of June. At the World Trade Center in Boston, I'm Chad Boyle, WEBN News. It's a tight race for the governor's seat here in Massachusetts between Democratic incumbent Deval Patrick and Republican rival Charlie Baker. The polls close tonight at 8 o'clock. At the State House, I'm Chad Boyle, WEBN News. Most professional lacrosse players hold at least 2 jobs. The Boston Blazers are no different. On the weekends, they travel across the country and battle it out with sticks. During the week, they go home and work 9 to 5. Blazers defenseman Matt Abbott wishes lacrosse could be a full-time job.
We've been referred to as weekend warriors because, we got our regular jobs during the week. Come here on the weekends and we're professional lacrosse players.
Tonight, the Blazers and the Washington Stealth played a game of sticks and stones until the last quarter when Captain Dan Dawson scored the winning 2 goals. The Blazers beat the Stealth 11-9.
We focus on 3 things as a team, and that's we want to outwork, we want to out-execute and outsmart teams, and when we do that, we can compete every night.
The MVPs of the night were Brandon Teenhouse and Dan Dawson, who scored 3 goals apiece, and Gary Bining, who scored 2. Before this, the Stealth had the best record in the league at 6-2. Brandon Teenhouse was motivated to outwork his opponents.
It's motivation. They're apparently the best team in the league, so we go in there knowing that we're going to have to outwork them and probably play better than them to win because they are a good team. Offenseman Gary Bining is optimistic about the future of lacrosse. He hopes that one day players could turn this profession into a full-time job.
I don't think players our age are going to be able to get rich off the sport, but definitely, our kids, we're hoping that they can make a living just playing the sport and not having to have the side jobs.
Right now, the Blazers stand at 5-4, putting them closer to the championship game. They'll be home March 13th, squaring off against the Buffalo Bandits. At the TD Garden in Boston, I'm Chad Boyle, WEBN News.